Rise and shine, my blossoming beauties. It is I, Rosemary Bush, and welcome to my second Disney makeup tutorial. This time we're going to be doing the Disney villain from 101 Dalmatians, Cruella De Vil. So if you want to know how to get this Cruella-inspired look, just keep on watching. So first I'm going to start with my Lasting Finish Primer by Premiere, I think, or Remil. I'm still trying to remember the names, it flashed by the screen. And I'm going to just rub that all over my face and just put it on. Next, I'm going to take my foundation by Maybelline, and I'm going to put 5 little squirts on my beauty blender, and then I'll just start dotting it all over my face, and then just dot all over the spots and blend them in, as well as putting them on my neck as well. Next I'll take my concealer by Revlon, and I'm going to rub it all over, well not rub it, I'm going to apply it underneath my eyes, as well as put it on little spots on my face, as well as above my forehead, on top of my nose, as well as like putting some dots on my nose, and then I'll just get my beauty blender and then blend it in. Next I'll get my powder foundation, and I'm going to take a big fluffy brush, and I'm going to do swirling motions all over my face and use that as my setting powder. Then I'll take my eye primer by Revlon, and I'm going to just sort of rub it all over, well not rub it, fuck. I'm going to just take it and apply it on my eyes and then blend it in with a beauty blender. Now let's take my white face paint. I forgot the name of the brand. And I'm going to take a small brush and using some water to activate it, I'm going to apply that on the outer regions of my eyes, as well as sort of connect it when it comes to like the little mark or the line from my lid. Now I'll start going in with the second layer. Now I'm applying the third layer. Now I'm going with the fourth, and I think this was the last layer I applied. Now I'll go into my magnifiers palette, and taking that white shade, eyeshadow, I'm just going to sort of use that as the setting powder. As well as like, just give it like a more even base if I missed any areas. Now I'm going to go into my Just My Luck palette, and taking that green shade, I'm going to apply that on use that to cut my crease. Now I'm going to take that green shade, and I'm going to apply that to the center of my lids. Now I'm going to go into that dark green shade, and I'm going to take a different brush and sort of pack that onto the outer regions as well as the inner crease. Now I'm going to take that metallic green shade, and I'm going to apply that all over the center of the lid. Now I'm going to take that yellowy green metallic shade and just apply that dead center in the center. While taking some darker shades and just sort of adding more to it. Now I'm going to go back into my magnifies palette, and taking the black shade and a small brush, I'm going to start putting on the spots. So you can add as many or as little spots as you want, as well as just putting in all different kinds of shapes of the spots as too. So just do whatever you want with this part, really. Now I'm going to take my eyeliner pencil, and I'm going to use that to underline my eyes. Now I'll take my liquid eyeliner, and I'm going to start drawing on the wing as well as lining the upper lashes. Now I'll take my eyelash curler, and I'm going to press down on my upper lashes for a few seconds, as well as sort of roll them up a little bit. And then I'll take my mascara, then I'm going to press down on the upper lashes and then roll up the wand up. And then for the lower lashes, I'm just going to sit them on top of them and then roll down. Then I'm going to take my setting powder, my translucent setting powder, and just for extra measure, I'm just going to apply that on the paint. Now I'll take my angled brush and taking the black shade, I'm going to use that to fill in my brows. So for this look, I sort of tried pointing my eyebrows a bit to sort of change their shape. So how I did it was I sort of started off drawing on the lash line that I normally would do, but then when I get to like the point of the curve, I sort of drag it out a little bit further, like a straight line, and then sort of just point it down like a pointed shape instead of doing a curved one. And then I got to the end of the brow like I normally do, and then fill the rest in. Now I'm just take my blending brush as well as my beauty blender. I'm just going to fade out the ends. Now I'll take my contour and taking a fluffy angle brush, I'm going to do backward and forward motions from the the top of my ear down to my iris. And for this look, I tried going down to my chin as well, the sides of my chin, to try and like make my face look more sunken like the cartoon version, but it just didn't really work for me, so I ultimately just skipped this step and just put foundation over it because I just didn't like how it was turning out. And now, just to make my cheeks look a bit more sunken down, I'm going to take a bit of black eyeshadow and blend it with the contour. And again, I was putting it on my chin, but I didn't like how it turned out, so I just covered it up. Next I'm going to take my highlight, so taking the lightest shade and using a small brush, I'm going to apply upward and downward strokes on the bridge of my nose, as well as swirling motions on the center of my nose. And then taking the other shades, I'm going to apply them on the center of my chin, as well as the apple of my cheeks. For my lipstick, I'm going to be using that red shade, and I'm just going to fill in my lips. Then I'll just get my setting spray, and then the look will be complete. And you're done. Your Cruella De Vil inspired look is now complete. So this concludes my Cruella De Vil makeup tutorial, so goodbye everyone.